Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to day 237 of quarantine. Today we are reviewing "Is This It" by The Strokes. The Strokes are New York. I think like post-punk's a good word to describe them. They're a post-punk group, and this is their debut album. It came out in the year 2001. Um, Before let's just get into the track reviews. The first song on this album is called "Is This It," which is the same title as the album.
Well,
Um, and you guys have any thoughts on this song?
not really, bro.
You serious?
I thought it was an introduction to a really good album, but it didn't live up to the rest of the songs in the album. I think this was arguably my least favorite song in the album. It didn't have the energy that I felt the rest of the album had, so I thought that "Is This It" was the worst song on "Is This It."
I
I'd
could not.
I
Wow.
I'd like to happily disagree. I personally I like the song. I thought it was very interesting to hear a song where the bass kind of took over the melody rather than like a higher instrument. You don't see that in a lot of songs just purely because it usually doesn't work. So I thought it was very cool, and I thought it was very interesting how in this song that it worked. And yeah, I did say it was slower, but I don't know. And it was a little bouncy, but it was a bouncier song that I don't know, that I actually kind of liked.
Yeah, it's definitely the slowest song on the record. But I don't know, I still liked it. I like this is the first song on the album. I thought it was like one of my favorites on the album, to be honest. It's really catchy, you know. I like that. I like that bass line, you
Uh-huh.
know. It's really I liked it.
This is by far one of my favorite songs in the album. Um,
Wow.
I love like just like the melody like
Not surprised.
of the verses. It's really like I was like, he sounds like so dead. I feel like it kind of encapsulates the feeling of the album. Like lyrically, the song's all about like it's like I don't know, like I don't even like it and like stuff like
No,
that.
if you've ever seen Julian Casablancas sing live, bro, he's always like hammered and stumbling around the stage, and this just song just sounded like him live, and I don't know, I don't think that as much.
It sounds like him just like disillusioned with life. Um, and yeah, it's like him disillusioned with life. I don't know how he doesn't like it, and like just like the refrain of like "Is this it?" It's like such a good like it's a good summary to that like that's the title of the album. I think it's a good like overall theme of the album. It's this whole idea of like, is this it to life? Like, is this all that like life really has to offer? And it kind of, I don't know. It's a good job at introducing these kind of like really disillusioned, like angsty teenage Catcher in the Rye esque like themes going on. I don't know. This is one of my favorite songs. I think it's super super catchy and captures the mood perfectly. Next song up
Yeah,
is oh sorry yeah go on.
um yeah, I agree. I think it has more to do with relationships as like the rest of the songs are about, you know. Like, is this it? Is this all there is to this relationship, you
Yeah.
know? He's just kind of and the his vocals are really satisfying. I think throughout the whole album,
Uh-huh.
he kind of sounds like really um, it's like effortless. You know, seems really relaxed. I don't
Yeah.
know
Oh
what
yeah,
you think.
I like how done he sounds. He sounds like done with
Disillusioned.
everything.
yeah, I
And
think
like,
that's like the
Yeah,
whole
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
It's the whole feel of this whole album. It seems like they just do it together, like just randomly. I feel like the voice that Julian Casablancas has is like really unique in the sense that like it seems effortless, but it doesn't sound like lazy.
lazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, is a good word. Next song, the modern age.
Mm.
I really like the guitars on the hook. It's not really super catchy or anything. But I think I love like I think that every single song here I really like the melancholy and everything. I'm gonna say this a lot. This song, this whole album just reminds me of Catcher in the Rye. Just like how like just like disillusions, like I don't know, like F you to all this like phoniness of life and like looking for something authentic and real. I get like that theme throughout this entire album, and this is just a perfect song that I feel like encapsulates that vibe really well.
No, go, 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 go. No, bro. When he has that whole stutter section, go, 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 bro.
Oh
That's
yeah,
good. And I think it leads into like one of my favorite like stanzas, I guess. Leaving just in time, and he ends like, so this is why I'm leaving. I like that whole idea. Um, I thought he was kind of. I feel like for this song, I liked it a lot because it was kind of this whole. I think it kind of played upon this whole idea of like it being kind of lazy or somehow like not really caring a lot because tomorrow will be different. So this is why I'm leaving. It's like, oh, that's a tomorrow issue. So I like that idea. And yeah, no, I really find this song actually really catchy. I like this song a lot. I really like the chorus and I guess kind of the chorus. I don't know. But no, I think that this song's really catchy and I like it a lot. I like the guitars in this song a lot.
That carefully, or you?
Yeah, I mean, I thought it had a pretty sweet guitar solo. Yeah, I think that's the most like. Um, I've heard the. I know we'll get it to. I know we'll get to the song later, but um, last night, like I've heard that guitar solo like a million times. This one definitely like kicked it out of the water. We'll get to last night, of course, but yeah, I thought it had a great guitar solo. Yeah.
Um, yeah, this is sort of like has more feel like the rest of the album, where like a lot of the album is really like fast paced, energetic.
Mhm.
I feel like the rest of the album is more similar to this song than it is to Is This It?
Mhm.
And I thought it was good. I don't have much to say about it. Lyrics were pretty interesting.
Next,
About relationships or something.
yeah. Next song is Soma. Soma is a reference to the drug in Brave New World, and they take this drug to like, stay happy all the time and not really like doubt society. They kind of just like always like living on this like artificial high, I guess. Maybe artificial high is like artificial. Who's playing music? I could hear it. Whoever is playing it, bro.
Yeah, stop that.
We need to try to get that copyright check, bro. I need this ad revenue. I need this 10 cents a year.
Oh wait, you hear that?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm playing through my earbuds.
Oh, they're way too loud, bro. Okay, anyways, so Soma, I like the concept of the track. It's like the Brave New World reference is kind of cool. And yeah, the verses are catchy as hell. I said like this, it's like the main like guitar riff sounds like not the guitar riff. Sorry, it's like the way the verses, the melody of the verses sounds super familiar. I can't place my finger on it, but I just think it's like super catchy, super infectious. I like it a lot. That's really all I have to say. Great song.
Yeah, lyrically, I don't have a lot to say about Soma, but I think it was really catchy. I like the whole like, I kind of like the whole lyrics of stop and like the whole music stops and go. I don't know why, but I always found that really catchy.
Wait, you know, like 10,000 songs do that, bro, right?
I know, but like this
It's
one,
like the old,
It
yeah.
happens more than once in this album too.
yeah, bro, and I liked it a lot. I liked it. Okay, I liked it more in this song than every other song because it's just picking up and then it stops. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Mhm.
That's really all I have to say about this song. I don't really have much to say about Soma.
Yeah,
There's only so much you can say about Soma.
I didn't really get a lot from this song other than the fact that it had a good guitar melody. That's about it. I thought it was sort of catchy, but I didn't honestly get much from the song as it is.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, I agree. It's a really catchy song. I like it. I
Okay.
don't have much to say about it. Yeah.
Next song, Barely Legal. I can't say that title without laughing. I thought the lyrical matter here was actually super interesting. I don't know. It was interesting just like talking about the idea of just like being attracted in a way to innocence and just like the idea of innocence and like what that is. And, like the whole song is just about like how like he doesn't know why he's attracted to this girl, but there's like something about her. And she is like really young. So it's kind of like, I don't know. I just thought it was like interesting topic matter and they approached it pretty well.
Yeah,
I thought the verses have a really cool melody. There's a nice guitar riff going on. So I don't know, all the songs have like really catchy melodies on the verses, not like amazing hooks or anything, and then like interesting subject matter. And this probably has a more interesting subject matter than most songs on the album, to be honest.
yeah, I agree that musically is really interesting. I like the melody and the guitar riffs. But I guess to add on to what you're saying, I think in the beginning you mentioned this whole idea that you thought this whole album reminded you of Holden Caulfield and Catcher in the Rye, right?
Yeah.
So I think that the whole thing was like, I'm pretty sure Holden Caulfield was also like attracted to innocence in a way, not like
Yeah,
sexually.
I wrote that for this note, specifically this song too. That like the idea of innocence. Yeah.
Right. Uh, so like I don't think it's like a sexual attraction. I think it's just like a remembering of like what it used to be, and I think that like this song like kind of felt like nostalgic and innocent to me, and so lyrically I got a lot from the song. Additionally, I thought it was like really catchy, but I feel like I can say it's really catchy about every single song on this album.
It's very true.
I personally I really enjoyed lyrically I remember it is when he says I just can't figure out. I think that's when you hear like this kind of minor change in the music, and I feel like they did it extremely well. And I also thought the chorus was extremely catchy as well. I did enjoy the song. My one critique, which is actually kind of different from you guys, is that my note was that it sounded like fairly basic. Like I feel like the Strokes, yeah, they do a good job of running eighth notes and like I don't know, like chord variations with the bass and guitar, and then fairly simple, not too like extreme drum work. I think they do it very well, but I mean, to be honest, like this song in particular, I didn't found very interesting. So yeah.
No, yeah, I like the lyrics as well. The band kind of has this thing where like all the guitars and the drums are playing really frantically, and the singing's more relaxed. I feel like that creates some sort of the really energetic feeling. I thought it was really interesting. I heard it on this song, and I heard it on a lot of other songs too. Yeah, I liked it.
Nice. Next song is Someday.
What is this song? I've never heard it before.
This song's amazing.
I feel like it's like the first banger of the album.
I mean, okay. I think I don't know. Banger's hard to define for me. But I like everything about this song. The depressing lyrics, the infectious hooks, the line "Alone together, alone we stand, together we fall apart." I think is amazing. Like so many great lines. This is a great job of like capturing this like depressing feeling. I don't know. Like I think a lot of these songs all the same, like positives and common.
Oh, my ex says I'm lacking in depth. Oh, I will do my best.
Oh, that's what they say. Thank you. Yeah.
Like probably like I don't know, like in terms of lyrics, like probably one of my favorite lyrics of all time. I don't know. I've known this song for a very, very long time. Honestly, probably one of the first songs that I ever personally discovered for myself. So like this song is like an absolute banger. Like if I'm gonna rate this album my favorite album on the song, it's unfair to all the rest of the songs about how much I like this song.
Really?
I mean, I performed it multiple times with multiple.
I know.
Yeah, I performed this song and I've sung this song. I don't sing. I hate singing. But I did this song and I sung this song because honestly this is like probably one of my favorite songs of all time. Just the fact like I feel like this riff just kind of encapsulates the Strokes the best, and then and just their arrangement is just like one of the most enjoyable songs I've ever listened to.
You performed this at an election convention?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm good.
Yeah. Well, one of my favorite songs on the album, of course. I mean, like, it's really nostalgic listening to it because it's one everyone's heard before, you know. So yeah, pretty solid. Don't have anything to add really.
Yeah, I mean, to add on to that, I feel like there's those songs that everyone knows the lyrics to, even if they don't really like know the band too well. And I feel like Someday and a song coming up Last Night is like one of those songs that everyone has the lyrics to and everyone can sing along to. So I think in that sense, it's really catchy. It's really upbeat, even if the lyrics aren't. And I thought it was just a generally a really catchy song and one of the standout bangers of the album, as I've said before.
Valid. All right. The next song up is Alone Together. Like the beat here is like the first thing that kind of caught me off guard. It's a lot more like a danceable kind of like high energy kind of like not like kind of vibe to the song. It kind of fits weirdly with the rest of like the muddy like kind of production on the rest of the album. I found the hook to be a little weak on this track, and the song wasn't anything too special in my opinion.
I personally thought it was probably one of the more unique riffs on the album. I don't think the Strokes are necessarily like I don't think their sound is riff based, but it's like one of the well, honestly, one of the only riff-based uh, 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 like single note kind of riff based songs in the album. So I thought that was interesting, but I honestly didn't get a lot from the song as well. Just I like to highlight that portion of the song.
Yeah. What's it called? No, this was actually like probably like one of my favorite songs in the whole album. Yeah, I really like this song a lot. I really like the riffs of the song. I also really like the lyrics. The title alone is like really is interesting to me. Alone together. I mean, it's kind of like a paradox type of thing, but I thought the whole lyrics about being alone with someone, that idea that I was explained in the song, I thought that was kind of interesting. But no, I think that yeah, I really like the riffs in this, and I understand that's a different feel from the rest of the songs, especially the two songs that it falls in between within this album. But honestly, I like Alone Together more than I like Someday and the song that follows. So this was one of my favorite songs of all time.
Right.
I'm sorry, Bruce. I like this song a lot.
No, yeah, I actually really like this song too. it's um I don't know, lyrically I didn't get anything more from like what the rest of the songs have to offer. It's just about a failing relationship again, you know. But I feel like this one does a pretty good job. I like the guitar solo at the end there. I mean, I thought that was really good. I mean, that's pretty solid. That's why it's one of my favorites. Yeah, okay.
Okay, next song up, another classic song, "Last Night."
She said.
Uh, I wrote that this is like
Turn me off.
I said this is the anthem of like melancholy, like as like emotion. It's like the whole song just has this like feel of like I don't know, like I feel so down. I don't know why. That is the capture that emotion really well. Um, I don't know, a really really catchy hooks, verses, great lyrics. Everything about it is kind of like everything I've been praising them for before on this album. They just do on this song really really well. So yeah, great song.
I think the one thing that stuck out from this song a lot was Julian Casablancas' voice. I feel like in the other songs, it was more like somber, like effortless, like singing. But in this song, it's just like him like kind of yelling into the microphone. I thought that was an interesting take on it, and I feel like it encapsulated the feelings that he was kind of singing about in this album. I think it's by far the most like pop catchy song in the whole album, and it's a song that I'd probably listen to if I was ever around people. I thought the guitars and the just drums or everything in the song was just great, and I thought it was just overall a really catchy song.
Yeah, I'll have to agree with that. I really enjoyed the song Last Night. I think Last Night and Someday going like a higher echelon when it comes to the songs on this album. I mean, I guess me personally, it is their two most popular songs. If I were to choose, I definitely go with Someday. It's a pretty easy choice for me. But Last Night, there's a lot of things to highlight. The guitar solo is great. I think as Quan said that it has everything that like again, it's another song that really does encapsulate the Strokes, and yeah, Julian Casablancas' vocals are also like I think they're pretty epic. I honestly really, I'm very big on vocals, but I don't occasionally mind a screamer. But to be honest, like he's not really screaming. It's more of like he is, but it's like it's not with his throat necessarily. It's with the stomach, so you can really feel his energy. Yeah, you can feel a lot of his energy, feel a lot of his passion. I think that's a great component to add to this song.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't really have anything else to add. It's super catchy. I agree with everything everyone else said. So really, I mean, everyone's heard this song. It's pretty good. It's the most upbeat. It feels the most upbeat. Contrast to the lyrics, I guess. But
Yeah,
it's really good.
That's facts. Next song, Hard to Explain. This song is hard to explain. I'm a comedy genius, guys. SNL, you're watching? We'll hire your boy right now. Pull up. I mean, this song was like, the guitar riff is pretty nice. I didn't think it was that catchy, and lyrically, I thought it was a lot more vague. So it was a little less interesting than the other songs. I don't know a lot to say about the song, to be honest.
I actually really enjoyed this song. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I thought there's a very different, not extremely different, but again, like I feel like the Strokes have a very like distinct sound in the sense that they don't really change very much from that. Like very like distorted guitar, like a bass. You're kind of more simplistic drum beat, and then Casablanca's vocals. But I thought there was a little bit of an electronic twist to this song. Um, I thought the sound was very I thought the sound was very cool. And I did think the chorus was a little bit lacking, but I did enjoy the song. Probably other than Someday and Last Night, probably one of my more favorite songs on the album.
Yeah, I guess to add on to what Quan said and the joke that he made, yeah, this is my USC application song, and I would explain to you how why I put it on, but I can't. It's just too difficult to explain. But no, I really like this. I like this song. This is probably my second favorite song on this whole album. It's snare drum in the beginning, right? Yeah, I like that a lot. And I thought that this whole song was just Julian Casablancas being like lost for words, and he just can't. And I mean, the title kind of sums it up. He just can't explain in words what he's trying to convey. And I feel like everyone has that, where they know what they want to say, but they can't say it. So I thought the snare drums were really catchy, and yeah, I really like the lyrics. And this was arguably one of my favorite songs.
Nice. Is that everyone?
No, yeah, it was one of my favorite songs too, honestly.
Hey, I got wrecked on this. Okay, anyways, go on.
Yeah, bro,
Yeah, bro.
bro.
Dude, the chorus super catchy, bro. I don't know. I really liked it, to be honest. And this is one where like I totally get that sound where it's like I really get the sound is so unique to the Strokes, where it's like super like energetic, and the drums and guitars is super frantic. It feels like really really crazy, and then the vocals are just super like contrasting the like frantic drummers going all the place, and he's like raised in. I don't know. It's like slower, slower than all the drums going crazy in the back. It creates a good sound. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Next song is When It Started. I don't know, I had a lot to say about the song. I thought the song didn't really have anything that interesting going on. I think at this point, like it kind of felt like we know the formula at this point. The formula is like he has catchy verse, not as catchy hook, really muddy production, I guess. Melancholy lyrics, and then like a decent like riff, I guess. But like I feel like these last kind of like three songs, like they're all like a little weaker in like all those regards, and because of it, they all kind of like mix together, and none of them really stand out to me. I mean, like I think this is the first of the last three songs. And yeah, I thought it was just like okay.
I'm gonna have to agree with Quan. I don't really say that a lot, but yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with Quan in the sense that at this point in the album, I agree. It got a little bit too formulaic for me, and I didn't really enjoy it. But I will say, I felt kind of a little bit of a twist in tone in the sense that I felt more of like the more melancholy kind of sadder parts of this album. I thought, yeah, of course, it was very upbeat, but I felt these, at least starting from When It Started, I personally didn't really enjoy this song, but starting with the song, I felt a little bit of a tone twist to more of a sadder kind of vibe. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I thought that this was a pretty good song. I mean, the only note I took on it was a timestamp of when the song started. So,
This is a great
obviously, I don't have a lot to say about it. I thought, yeah, I thought it kind of fit into that kind of. It was kind of a formula at this point. I feel like I was kind of just listening to Julian Casablancas sing for like that's 10th song, and I feel like that's also kind of just back to that Julian Casablancas' voice. It's kind of monotone. I guess it's kind of like unique in the sense that like whenever he speaks, bro, I cannot tell like his emotion. Again, it depends on like the sound of the voice. But yeah, I don't really have a lot to say about When It Started. It was just an okay song, I guess. I don't know much to talk about.
Yeah. A lot of the songs on the album just kind of blend together, and these last three songs kind of get lost in the mix. I'd say. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. So I think a lot of this.
It's not really a bad thing. I mean, I liked all of the songs. I feel like you could pick. Like, I feel like if I picked if I were to say like one of the last 3 songs were my favorite on the album, I just think it's Where They're Placed. You know, when you just listen to the same sort of sound over and over again, it's just like, I mean, I'm not saying they're bad. I like the songs.
No.
That's valid.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so I mean, like, I think Trying Your Luck, I think we kind of said it already, like, at least for me, it's like, same thing as this when it started. It kind of gets mixed together. It doesn't really stand out in any way. It's good. It's not great or anything. I don't know. I have a lot to say.
I mean, I felt this was the first song. I'll go first before Reese goes off, because mine's not very long. But I just thought it had some interesting minor chords. Yeah, it sounded less happy, and again, it was kind of part of that tone shift.
Like the whole album's not happy though. It's I'm a little.
Yeah, but I mean, like musically speaking, like I felt like they were trying to make it sound a little bit, I don't know, a little bit different, a little bit more like, yeah, just kind of sadder, using more minor chords and stuff, just to compositionally, like speaking, I guess.
Yeah. Dude, this is my favorite song of the whole album.
You serious?
Trying Your Luck, bro. Oh my gosh. Dude, this song is amazing in my opinion. However, I have to give a spoiler. Not a spoiler, but I have to give like a warning. So this in my opinion is the saddest song on the album. And I think that
me too. I agree.
I think I thought it was a saddest song before the album, but I also have to like give a disclaimer that like this is also like a breakup song for me. So like, you know, there's that. But no, okay. But the reason this was a breakup song for me, and the reason I gravitated towards it, was because I think that this song, I think it was incredibly catchy. First off, and I thought if it ended here, I think the album would have been very good. And this is usually actually where I stop listening now. But I thought that lyrically, it was all about like everything's going wrong, but this guy's gonna try his luck with someone that he thinks will make it all worth it. Like his job doesn't work out, his life's just not going well, so he's gonna try his luck on someone. So yeah, I thought lyrically this was really good. I thought the guitar and singing, I thought the introduction lines were really interesting. And I don't know, whenever he says "trying your luck, bro," I'm gonna try my luck. I tear up a little bit, and I just.
No, yeah. To be honest, this is up there on my favorite songs of the album too.
You just said the last 2 songs blend together. Oh, I guess they can blend together, but still, it can still be a good
I'm
song.
saying all the songs blend together. Just like
okay.
you know, at the end, towards the end, I forget them more. You know, when I'm listening through the album. Yeah, it's definitely a sad. Musically, it sounds less upbeat than the rest of the songs. The guitar solo, bro, pretty catchy, dude.
Bro, it's hella catchy.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. It's one of the. I thought it was one of the more catchier songs on the album too.
Interesting. Okay.
Like if I were to see all the songs, you know, like it's hard for them to stand out. I guess I don't know. Even when musically it's like kind of different, you know.
Wait, Garrett, it's hard. Try to explain it.
Hard to explain. Okay, last song on this boy is "Take It or Leave It." This sounds a little crazier, I guess. I don't know. I thought that was good, solid track. I don't have a lot to say about it. It's okay.
Yeah, same. Yeah, the guitar was up and down. I thought the descending lines were pretty cool in the chorus, just because that's a very big indication of sadness, like musically speaking. It's been used for centuries. Just, I don't know, kind of cool to hear it, like very like up front. Yeah, in the song.
Yeah, I thought this was a really energetic way to close out the album. Actually, one of my favorite lines is in the beginning of the song. He talks about how boys act too tough, and at the end of the song, girls act too tough. So, you know, feminism. But no, I actually really like Julian Casablancas' energy in this. I don't know. I feel like it kind of reminded me of the energy they had in Last Night. And while I don't think that this song is as good as Last Night, I think it kind of carried that same energy and just the I'm in control. I think that their songs don't tend to have a repetitiveness to it, but I think if anything, they had repetitiveness in this. I think it worked kind of well just to show the energy that Julian Casablancas has when singing this song.
Interesting. Okay. So
Yeah,
that's the album, right? Oh, sorry.
yeah, I feel, yeah, the energy's a little different. He sounds a little angrier. I think there's a little bit more screaming in this one. Yeah, solid way to end the album. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's the end of the album. Overall, I really like the post-punky sound. I really like the themes of just like melancholy, like disillusionment, and it's like being down on your luck. It reminded me of once again of Catcher in the Rye, which is like my favorite book of all time. So that's really cool. I like the really like muddiness of everything. I like the verses. Some of the verses are really catchy. Lyrically, it's really interesting. I didn't think there's it blends together though a lot, and a lot of songs kind of like don't stand out and just get caught in the mix. I'm split between a 7 and an 8 for this one. I think I'm going to give it an 8. But yeah,
Uh,
Gareth or Reese,
no, Gareth can go. Gareth can go.
Gareth.
Oh yeah. This is like it's a pretty solid album. I mean, like if you look at all the songs, they're all super catchy. There's not a song like I didn't like, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Even when most of them do blend together, I really like the sound. You know, the band has this like sort of pushing forward momentum where it sounds super frantic and it creates this really nice energy. So most of them are upbeat, but they all kind of have this melancholy sound, like Quan said. Uh, but yeah, like even my catchiest, like even some of my favorite songs kind of get lost in the mix there. But I mean, as an album, dude, pretty solid, you know. So I'd probably give it 8 out of 10 probably.
So 2 8s.
I'll go next to that. I feel Reese is charging up. Personally, I didn't think the album was. I thought the album was simple. I didn't really think it was extremely impressive in any way, but with the bass, always kind of seemed like it was either running quarters or eighth notes, with a few exceptions. And then the drums were a little bit simplistic at times. So, but despite all that, I thoroughly enjoyed the album. I think I listened to this album like 5 times in the past like 3 days, just because like I got a lot of enjoyment out of it. I thought it was full. I think the Strokes have done a very very good job at defining their own sound. I thought it was full of great chord variations, and yeah, they're very much a defined band. So I then again though the extremely impressiveness can't push it to like a very high standard, but I give it a 7.4
Damn, you're
out of
the
10.
lowest. That's impressive. Yeah, so I really like this album. I'm the one who recommended that we do it. Yeah, I don't think many songs have been like as influential out of my life as this album has been. And I think very few albums have been as influential in the post-punk scene as this album has been. I think this kind of brought post-punk to the pop scene, but I don't really want to talk about the impact it has on the world. I want to talk about the impact it's had on me. I mean, I've already discussed that, one of the songs is a breakup song for me. But I thought the guitar riffs and Julian Casablancas' unique voice is something that really turned me on to this album. I think that a lot of my favorite bands or singers have kind of different and sometimes not necessarily nice, but interesting and unique singing voices. And I think Julian Casablancas brought that out. I think that in terms of songs that I listen to, besides one band, The Strokes and this album is probably the band I listen to the most. And I think that's quite impressive. I mean, there are very few songs I cycle back through. And I mean, Trying Your Luck, Someday, Alone Together. I mean, these are songs I listen to on the daily. I think that that's something that probably sticks out. I mean, this is a song I study to. And I feel like some people might be like, what the heck? But I don't know. I find comfort in the music. So I give, is this a 9.5?
Okay. Thanks. So you got like an average of an 8, I guess. That's pretty. I got 8.25. I don't know. I don't want to do math right now.
Yeah, I don't know if that
A
math
good
is right.
average. I think it's a good average.
Yeah. So yeah, that was our review. So okay, really fast. I'm just curious because this is like post-punk revival, and Interpol came out to Turn On the Bright Lights the next year, 2002, and they're also post-punk revival. Do you think Turn On the Bright Lights is better than Is This It?
Yes.
I think it is too. Okay. That is our review.
Bro,
Signing
sounds
off.
like we should turn on the bright lights. I'm just saying. I mean,
Oh, that's a good point.
It's like
Okay.
someone's excited, bro. I mean,
Maybe, bro. We'll see.
I
We'll
have something to
see.
say about that album. I mean, just
All right.
If you
Alright.
get to the end of this album review, and you type the word English in all caps,
No one's
I
done this
will
before.
Venmo you $20.
someone really need to take you up on this offer.
The
You
offers,
need
yeah.
Yes,
Never.
but if you do that, I will steal $20 from you.
Okay.
Gareth.
You'll
If you
break
do that,
Do not
we'll
count
bet you
Gareth.
$1.
All right. See you guys.
All right, thank you so much.